Hi, I'm fake news anchor and real life Thick Mama Sita, Cameron Rudine. In the last 6 months and the countless orgasms I've had since COVID turned the US into a pandemic petri dish, people have lost their collective minds. As of this Monday in America, 194,000 people have died from the virus, 6.5 million people have been infected, and we're just getting started. Toilet paper shortages in March created pure chaos as Americans everywhere struggled with pandemic swamp ass. Zoom dethroned Skype as the #1 solution for taking bong rips during work. And just this last week, a US woman received fines after causing a coronavirus outbreak in Bavaria. Upon returning home, she was given a high five and a pension from the CIA. Way to go, soldier! You make our flag proud. While the pandemic is devastating the country, the University of Texas at Austin is taking great strides to ensure the community stays both unsafe and unwell. UT students partying in Cabo during spring break caused a COVID spike in the Austin area after returning with the coronavirus and, I'm told, at least 2 unwanted pregnancies. While the university remains open and football season just begun, Greek life at UT continues to party maskless because there's a couple dead bodies compared to the massive respect that they have for their fathers. As more and more people forget about basic germ theory, it's looking like we're going to be stuck here a while. David Klein, the creator of the Jelly Belly brand of jelly beans, and who is affectionately known as the Candyman, is giving away his beloved candy factory to anyone who can find his golden ticket. The caveat is that there's a $50 paywall in order to enter. But hell, my great uncle said that sometimes you just gotta spend money to make money. And he died penniless in a ditch outside of Baton Rouge. In sadder news, we've lost last year's seniors. Say a prayer for the souls of Ryan, Davis, Brooke, Keegan, and Danny. In happier news, I have entirely taken over their position. That's right, baby, I'm a producer now. Herman Cain, former Republican presidential candidate, died of COVID. The COVID he caught at a Nevada Trump rally, only days after denying the seriousness of the disease. After his death, his Twitter account tweeted that only the weak die from COVID. I, for one, am all in favor of the idea of an in memoriam roast and will bring the idea to every eulogy I deliver from now on. After his wife brought coronavirus to the UT campus and he remained uninfected, Greg Fenves, UT president, resigned. I would resign too if it were revealed I did not kiss my wife. This last week, it came out that Cleveland wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. lets him defecated on for his own pleasure. Explains why he plays for the Browns. Thank you for tuning in to What We Missed, and welcome back for the season opener of Next Week Now.
It's kind of good for you two. Good on them. This doesn't show me where the P is at all. How am I supposed to know where the P's at? So upon further investigation, there's no P on this, but it turns out no one's reading the Daily Texan. So next, we're gonna check out the boys' section. Looks like no one's in here, so it's fine. Okay. So we're just gonna go in anyways. It's fine. So we have our first P sighting. I'm a little happy about this, seeing P for the first time, but also I'm disgusted. But I mean, besides everything else, it looks kind of cool. Okay. Next location. There's literally so much P here. All right. So next, we're gonna check out some railing next to. You guys know where. You guys go down. Come with me. Come with me. Nice. See little splashes here and there. It's fine. It's only what everyone's touching. So next, we're gonna check out the beloved Fiji, our favorite frat at UT. Come on. Let's just take a look, shall we? I think there's really no COVID on here. It looks really clean. I like how slick it looks. Honestly, they're doing nothing wrong. We should all love Fiji. Alright, so now we're at the stinky UT Tower. Let's see how stinky it is. Look at that little stinkster. I'm very excited. I looked at the tower, I looked all over here, I looked everywhere. There's barely any peak. There's probably like a little bit. Honestly, maybe it is because of COVID. Maybe campus is a little cleaner. I don't really know. I don't like it. I like the P. I think it has character. Where's the P?
Hi, I'm Anonymous, and I want to formally welcome you all to Season 8 of Next Week Now, our first ever socially distanced pre-recorded season. Before we get into the news, make sure to leave a comment on this video with all 16 numbers on your credit card, the CVV code on the back, and the expiration date as well. This week, Kim Kardashian announced the end of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. This will prompt E to scour the deepest parts of the internet looking for a replacement. One producer will come across a group with an unorthodox day job while searching for this replacement. They will decide to go with porn stars in a new show called Friends with Benefits. It centers around 6 20-something-year-old porn stars living in Manhattan dealing with all the struggles of adulthood. The American public will be split in two on another mask-like situation that should be nonpartisan. I myself am pro ski mask. On one side, there will be those pushing for porn on primetime TV, and on the other, parents. There will also be chaos in the streets, and groups will be divided even further into pro-swearing, anti-porn, and pro-porn, pro-swearing. The worst will be the boomers and the women who are ready for Christian Girl Autumn. They will definitely be anti-swearing, anti-porn, and anti-mask. The protests will force the FCC to consider removing bans on indecency. I say we should come together to remove cameras in banks, but that's just me. A streaming service will find their way around the FCC's guidelines due to the fact that you need a subscription. They'll offer to pick up the show with the promise to dive deeper into porn stars' jobs and personal lives. With so many people being exposed to subscription porn, they will be revolutionizing the porn industry, and a job as a porn star will be accepted by all. They'll become the new norm, and no one will look down upon or judge anyone for making money doing what they want. On that note, starting next month, you can pay $15 a month to watch porn and other shows like The Not Too Late Show with Elmo on HBO Max. What a steal, I would know. Although there's no more keeping up with the Kardashians, there's still stuff to keep up on with Kim. Now that she has more time on her hands, Kim K will legalize dogfighting in the state of California for a few friends from the network. She'll be able to do this because Kanye will follow Arnold Schwarzenegger's footsteps and run, as well as eventually win the position of governor of California. Her dogfighting ring will feature a few familiar faces from another new hit TV documentary, Puppy Bowl Takes Its Toll, which focuses on the lives of dogs who competed in the Puppy Bowl. Each episode tells the story of a dog who had their life turned around with the weight of their one performance on their tiny puppy shoulders. Fan favorite Labrador, Barry, from Puppy Bowl 3, is a recovering coca addict who spent some time on the streets. He said the attention he got from his win sent him spiraling, and after 5 years of the Big C, the Devil's Dandruff, the Snout Candy, he checked himself into a rehab center for celebrity labs, inappropriately called relabs. Barry now lives in LA and has learned to cope with his addiction by turning to improv. And in other news, UT's football season officially kicked off this past weekend, with the Texas Longhorns going head-to-head with the UTEP Miners. UT has literally been plagued with the fallout of the COVID-19 pandemic, so football is the fresh hallmark of a new year. Tell me, what's a better way of saying you care for the safety of your students in the middle of a global catastrophe than packing thousands of them into a giant circle filled with sweaty bodies, spit, and White Claw vomit? To give some credit to them, some precautions were made necessary before the game could happen. Students with the big ticket had to get tested for COVID-19 and get a negative result prior to the game. About 1,000 students did this, which sounds great till you remember that there was another 15,000 people at the game, none of which needed to test negative in order to be admitted. It's like having 15 kids, 14 of them on fire, and calling the one left alive a success. Regardless, the students at the game were ensured of their safety, or were they? We here at Next Week Now believe there's more to this coronavirus testing than it seems. With ticket sales dwindling due to the lack of student turnout, new UT President Jay Hartzell had to come up with a safer plan to ensure the safety of both UT students and its money. That's why we predict it will soon be revealed that the reason for rapid COVID testing was actually to get students an experimental treatment to make them react differently to the disease. So, the treatment makes them immune to the coronavirus by turning their DNA into the true source of the virus. That's right, Holmes. The COVID test actually turned you into a bat. When asked how and why this happened, Hartzell shrugged it off, saying, "It went from bats to humans, so they must not have it anymore. Why not turn everyone into a bat?" Can't argue with that logic. Unfortunately, this will have tremendous negative effects on Greek life. I say Greek life because who else is stupid enough to go to a game right now? The Greek orgs would be quite literally turned upside down, since all their members will be hanging from the ceiling as bats. First of all, the business in West Campus would plummet hard. The restaurants of the neighborhood will find they can no longer exclusively sell alcohol and chicken wings to their customers. They will have to adapt to their new customer base or face closing once again. Pluckers will announce that they're adding bat-appealing foods to their menu. You can now get your wings with a side of bananas, pollen, or small mammals. Also, no more Greek letter names. Gone are 80 Pi and Sigma Delta. They'll all be changed to These bat-frat hybrids will get super offended if you don't know the specific blowout this week. Wait till you see what happens when UT plays the rest of the season. The Texas Longhorns are now the Texas Vampire Bats, but unfortunately, UT would be penalized heavily. Apparently, it's not okay for players to feast on the blood of the other team during the game. UT would be the first public university to offer human bat integrated classes. Unfortunately, this sucks for RTF students, as watching Batman Begins is now mandatory for a cultural diversity flag. And finally, did you know that bats are actually pretty clean animals? They groom themselves constantly, which is more than you could say for anybody currently in Greek life. Finally, these disgusting frats would get the closest they've had to a bath in years. In the end, this change would backfire. UT scientists were wrong about the treatment's effects on this new bat species. As it turns out, COVID-19 infections do not slow down. In a few months' time, a vicious new strain of the COVID-19 virus would turn bat-like, and all of West Campus would turn into a swarm of bats. The dog poop on the sidewalks will be replaced with guano, which is pretty bad to me. Hartzell's plan failed, or did it? For our final prediction, we see Hartzell cancel all football games. With West Campus as a giant bat haven, he would have achieved his master plan, profiting off turning this university neighborhood into a tourist spot, as the world's largest bat cave. The other Austin bat caves can go screw themselves. That's all of our predictions for tonight. I gotta go do a thing now. Don't worry about it. While I'm gone, keep your damn mouth shut and watch this video.
Y'all,
Okay.
nobody should have COVID. Eat your damn beans, eat your veggies. Like, pick up that Brussels sprouts for 1 minute and think about how far that can get you in life.
This has been Madison Kings. Next week now, you should get tested.
Welcome back, everyone. We've invited a very special guest on our show tonight. Please welcome celebrity talk show host Ellen DeGeneres.
Thank you. It's so kind of you to let me talk on your show. It really is so kind of you. After being fired from my own show for being a kind, considerate, openly gay woman, I'm shocked that I can't have a platform anymore. Like, how could they just fire me because I like to finger bang my wife? I came out years ago, so why now?
Ellen, you know you can't be fired just because you're gay. Not anymore, at least.
Well, of course you can. I did. Why do you think I even showed up for this show? I needed some place to tell the people what I gotta say and entertain the masses. Excuse me for a second. I swear to God, I'm going to kill you if you keep looking at me like that! Hi.
You can't talk to people that way around here, bro. Now, I definitely understand why they let you go, like, oh my god.
I do apologize, but you just don't understand. You don't know how hard it is finding a job when you're unemployed.
Well, finding Nemo in the entire ocean wasn't hard for Dory, so finding a job shouldn't be hard for you, Ellen. But then again, Dory was nice, and a fish.
Well, I still don't think you could possibly understand. You college students who will be wallowing in student debt wouldn't even know what it's like to have so much money on a television show named after you. If you did, you wouldn't know how hard it is to be so kind and humble. So, what do you do here, really? I want to know what it's like to work around here.
Well, I'm the host. This is Next Week Now. We're a new satirical news show. I basically... Wait, are you gonna spin this on me? Hold up.
Aw, don't get all rude. That whole whiny millennial bull crap is not cute. I want to know what you do here. Do you think you're important? Who's your favorite person to work with? Your least favorite? Tell me about the time you stole that fundraising money from the tablers on Speedway.
Wait, what? How do you know that? Alright, I think it's time for you to leave, Holmes.
But this is next Ellen now. Come on, Sam.
No, don't. Thank you, please don't ever come back.
No.
Bye.
No. I'm staying here. No.
Get off stage! I will shoot you! For my final prediction, this is the last you'll be seeing of me. Peace out, and remember, snitches get stitches.